I don't know what to say about it. It's so beautiful. I'm just so choked up when I look at this thing because it's awesome. Hi, welcome to Anonymous Animal. My name's Joe, and today we're going to be talking about the SamplePad Pro by Alesis. Now, I just got this thing and I've been really happy. I use it in the studio and I use it live, and there are some really great features about it, but there are some not so great things that people might want to be aware of before buying it. I love the look of this thing. The pads are awesome. Every time you hit a pad, it lights up, which is cool, especially if you play in a dark club. But if you have it in the studio, it just looks awesome. The pads are really nice. I kind of feel like they're giant MPC pads. They kind of have that same feel and the same amount of give. But when you strike them with a stick, they have this really nice recoil to them. Another thing you might notice about this is it's very basic. There's only 4 buttons for a menu. You have left, right, up, and down, and doing combinations of those buttons will bring you to option menus or save patches on here. The menu screen is pretty awesome. It's very intuitive. You scroll up and down to get to things and left and right to change values. So if I want to change the level of this pad here, then I can go to 10 or down to 0. I don't know why you want to, just don't hit it if you don't want to have it on. So if you're looking to load your own samples onto this, you're going to need to find LOC, which stands for location, and you have internal and external. This is where your samples are held externally on an SD card. When you buy this thing, it does not come with an SD card, so you might want to anticipate buying one. They're pretty cheap, so just do it. You want to load waves onto this SD card. I'm pretty sure that's the only file type that works. I tried AIFF, which is usually what I export with Ableton as, and they did not take. Other than that, let's just take a look at this thing externally. Something that has been kind of a problem for me are the knobs on the side here. You have 3 knobs on this thing. You have main, phones, and auxiliary. The only thing that really bothers me about it is they protrude so much, and the quality on them is pretty flimsy. I'm not sure if you can see this, but I can toggle this thing left, right, and up and down. I don't really trust it. If I throw it into a backpack, I have to kind of take care of it, and the fact that there's one on the front and back is kind of annoying for transport. You have a wide variety of inputs. Obviously, I have Midi in and out, so if you want to connect to a DAW, you can do that, but you also have a USB port, so you can connect right to a USB. You also have separate inputs for a kick pedal or maybe a Midi hi-hat, something like that, so you can play this more like a real kit. I use this in my live setup, and switching between sample libraries is kind of quick and kind of slow at the same time. If you're switching between a library that only has internal sounds to another library that has only internal sounds, it takes about this long. So I click over to the next one and it's done. That's pretty quick. 3 seconds, not so bad when you're doing it live. Switching from an internal library to samples from your SD card takes about this long. So we'll start here and go. And we're waiting. It just started processing. This isn't very good for switching on the fly. You can work around it. I usually have things planned out in my set, and the thing is still loading, still loading, still loading, and now it's finished. If you're switching libraries between songs, not a very big problem, but if you're looking to do something more on the fly, it could get in the way. So I usually use this thing for the cymbals and samples. This is great for transitioning between clips like this. You know, nice organic crash and having a bit of expression to hit it soft, or if there's something that really crescendos and builds up, tap it a little harder. The sensitivity on this thing is also adjustable, so you can make that pretty linear. You hit it really hard, really soft, it's the same volume, or you can have a lot of expression to it. Another way I use this is with samples, so I have a few here. Those are sampled from a song I wrote, and they're in the same key as a few songs I play, so it's really fun to every so often just It's super fun to play with and super satisfying to hit these things, especially when you're playing electronic music. Sometimes I feel that I want something to kind of lean into, and just having something more tactile than a MIDI controller or a keyboard or just a loop that you're triggering. It gives you another dimension of performance, and it just feels good. So what do I think about this thing? The build quality is really good, with the exception of the knobs that protrude off the side. I wish that was a little different. The menu is really intuitive and very easy to use, with the exception of the loading times between patches. If you can get past all that, for $300, this thing is unbeatable. I love it, and I would totally buy it again if I had the chance, but I don't have to because I have one. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and check out some other videos. We have some awesome tutorials. If you have suggestions for some gear that we use and you want to get an overview, just let us know in the comments. Thanks again.